Hello and welcome to a short but I believe very important video that shows us 5 habits that we should develop for learning English. These habits will apply to many languages, but our focus is, of course, English. And I use different words to describe this video to show how important it is. We're talking here about enduring habits, we're talking about vital for IELTS success, and we're talking about them as essential habits. I'm trying to emphasize that learning is a habit. Learning is not an event. When I was young, I thought that I could study for a test the night before the test or the night before the exam, or some students go on boot camp, or they go on a crash course how to pass an exam. And we learn the short term, we learn how to pass this exam, but we don't really learn English. We don't really learn something that is enduring. Enduring learning comes from the habits we develop as lifelong learners, really. So today's short video, I hope and I know it will be valuable because the advice in this video is based on my own experience of more than 20 years of teaching non-English speaking students in several countries. We will focus on 5 essential, enduring, and vital habits, and they are to read a lot, to become friends with your dictionary, to kill those subtitles unless they are in English, and I will explain why, to practice your English a lot, and don't worry about mistakes. Let's look at them one by one. Read daily. Reading daily. And this does not mean read a book a day. It does not even mean read a book. You can read newspaper articles. You can read magazine articles. It does not have to be a book. Of course, if it is a book, it's quite wonderful. I myself love reading, and I cannot think of anything better to do in my spare time than to get into a wonderful new novel or biography. When we read, it has 3 distinct benefits. There are many benefits to reading, but for learning English, for our growth as students of this wonderful language, it has 3 benefits. Improves our vocabulary and grammar, it enhances our knowledge, and very importantly, it stimulates our imagination. Apart from that, it has been proven that reading even has physical benefits because it helps your blood pressure to come down, because while you are reading, you are calm and relaxed. So read daily is one, just 5 to 10 minutes for that matter, but make it your habit to read something every day. This habit of reading will over time have fantastic benefits for your English ability. Together with reading, become friends with your dictionary. Don't be ashamed to use your dictionary, but don't make the mistake that I see so many students make of using a bilingual dictionary. Then they don't really learn the meaning of the new word. They don't really think about the new word. They think about the new word, but in their original language. Use a monolingual dictionary to get the meaning of words that you don't understand. And don't be shy to acknowledge a word you don't understand. Because again, if we don't know, if we don't ask, if we don't show curiosity, we will not learn. A dictionary will show us the correct usage, and especially the correct usage for words with different functions, such as nouns that can also be adverbs or adjectives, such as words which have the same spelling but different meanings. And obviously, a dictionary can be a great help learning the spelling and pronunciation of words we don't know. A third habit, I've seen students in many countries do this. They would love to watch movies, and watching movies, listening to music is a great way to learn a new language. But then they watch the movie with the subtitles of their own language. And the only thing that happens is they end up reading the movie. They end up reading the movie. They don't listen to the English because it's hard work, right? To listen to your second or third language. So they just read in their first language, very comfortable. At the end of it, say, well, I've watched an English movie. I'm so proud of myself, but not learning anything in the process. So kill the subtitle unless the subtitle is in English, because at least then you will be reading and listening to English. Then it will help you to improve your language skills. It will aid your comprehension of what you are listening to, and it will certainly improve your word recognition and grammar. So it will help you to prepare for the listening test. But do not put the subtitles in your own language. That's just wasting time, really. I cannot emphasize enough how important it is to practice, 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 practice. Remember that practice is learning, but learning is not practice. Find friends, and nowadays with the internet, it's so easy for us to talk to friends in other countries and in other language groups. Make a point of making some English friends or some friends who can speak to you using only English as a means of communication, because this is a great way for you to practice your spoken English as well as your listening English. The same goes for writing. Writing practice helps you to focus your energy. And the more you practice, the better you'll get. I have in the final picture on this screen that we are looking at now, there's a golfer, a famous South African golfer by the name of Gary Player. He was internationally famous some years ago. And they said, "You are a very lucky golfer." And he said, it's funny, but the harder I practice, the luckier I get. So the point is to practice, practice, practice. A little practice every day adds up to a lot of practice over time, and it will immensely benefit not only your English reading, English learning, but also your IELTS or TOEFL exam for sure. And finally, in this video, we will say, don't worry about making mistakes. Keep going, keep growing, as it says in our little drawing here. Benjamin Franklin, a very famous American philosopher and inventor and author, he said, do not fear mistakes. You will know failure. Continue to reach out. Because a mistake is an opportunity for us to learn. It helps us to grow. And not only is it an opportunity for us to learn how not to do something, but we can also teach others. Others can also learn from our mistakes as we learn from the mistakes of others. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked this video or find it to be informative, please remember to hit the like button and to subscribe. Thank you very much for spending the time to watch this video. I look forward to meeting you in our next video that will be up soon. Thank you very much and have a lovely day. Bye-bye.